Hi friends, here's a short morning Vinyasa flow for you that will help you get up, get moving, and get out to conquer your day. So get some water, play some fun music if you want to, and meet me on the mat. Good morning, yogis. Namaste, and welcome to our morning Vinyasa flow. We're going to start lying down. So come on down to the mat, find a comfortable place. Maybe keeping knees up or maybe extending your legs. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath you. Having a deep breath in through the nose and exhale, just relaxing. So let's start to tune into our breath right off the bat. Noticing how it's going and how we feel today. Deepening your breath by matching the length of the inhale to the length of the exhale. And don't fall asleep on me. Just start to let your breath develop, deepening naturally, not rushing it. So we notice how we feel right off the bat. And maybe we want to go ahead and set a nice intention today. And the intention I'm going to give you, you're welcome to choose your own, but the one I'm going to give you is simply, I am ready. I am ready for what this day brings me. Everything in my life has brought me to this point in my life and this day. For that reason, I know, I trust that I am ready. I am ready for what this day brings me. Let's start to wiggle fingers and toes gently. And on the next inhale, we'll start moving, hugging the left knee to the chest. Exhale, put it back down on the mat. Inhale, hug your right knee to your chest. Exhale, put it back down. We'll start to alternate, moving with our breath. Noticing how those hips feel right off the bat. Hips get pretty stiff. So we want to gently work on our hip mobility as we warm the body and develop the breathing. On the next inhale, where you bring your left knee in, let's hold the pose, holding at the hamstring. Maybe rocking side to side a couple times. Aware of how this feels, aware of how every pose we do feels in this morning flow. Making sure the body is ready for it, that everything's pain-free. On an exhale, let's relax that leg back down. Inhale, hug your right knee to your chest. Same thing, other side. We rock gently back and forth with that thigh and leg. Noticing how it feels. Making sure you're ready for the next pose. Let's ease that leg down. Point the toes, reach overhead. Stretch like you do when you wake up in the morning, lengthen the body. And then on an exhale, hug the knees to the chest, letting the back flatten. Let's rock side to side very gently for the spine. And then coming to a still place in knees to chest. Hands lightly rest on the kneecaps. Let's open the knees out in opposite directions in circles, circling them to meet in the middle and then out again. Hip mobility. We want this to feel really nice. So make sure that it does. Again, just always making sure that you're ready for the pose you're in. Let's reverse the direction, circling the hips the other way. And on an exhale, releasing feet to the mat. Let's put those feet hip width and close to the hips. Let's inhale, lift the hips up in the air, bridge pose. Our shoulder blades are tucked underneath us. We exhale, lower the hips back down. We inhale, rise up, enjoying that stretch at the front of the hips and thighs. Exhale, ease down. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Listening to your body. Moving at your own pace. Flowing 1 more time this way. When we come down this time, let's reach overhead, only coming to a place that feels all right to your shoulder joints. So if it hurts to bring your arms overhead, don't go to that place where the pain starts. Move in a pain-free way today. Let's inhale, lift back up into bridge. Bring your arms forward, palms rest on the mat. Exhale, lower the hips, reach your arms overhead again. Inhale, lift up, bring your arms forward, squeeze those glutes. Exhale, ease down, starting to warm the glutes a little bit more. Inhale, we rise, give them a squeeze. Exhale, we lower, reaching overhead. We'll do that 2 more times. Going at your own pace, gently activating your core. Breath is steady. This time, leave your arms by your sides and ease down to the mat rest. Let's hug knees to chest, have a breath in. Exhale, feet to the mat and roll to your side. Have a breath here on your side. And then gently start to press up. We'll come to a seated place, just seated on the hips, easy cross-legged pose, whatever's comfortable, but making sure that you do find the hip bone so that you can sit up nice and tall. Once we get here, let's rest the palms on the knees. Have a breath, come back to that intention we set. I am ready for what this day brings. On the next inhale, let's reach the arms overhead. Exhale, pull down through the shoulder blades. Let's do it again. Prayer pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down, letting go of tension. We'll do it 3 more times. In the upper back and shoulders and neck. It's an active action. Pull down. Feel those muscles warming. 1 more time. Exhale. Now release your hands to your kneecaps. Just rest the palms there. On an inhale, let's lift the heart for seated cow. On an exhale, round into seated cat. Inhale, lift into seated cow. Gently flow back into seated cat. Start to move at your own pace, but let's make sure that we're moving in cat and cow in a mindful way. We always want cat and cow to feel nice. But right when you wake up, the spine is stiff from laying still all night, laying flat. So we want to make sure that the spine feels ready for this amount of flexion and extension. So we're dialing it back if we need to. Listening how the spine feels. Easing in and out of these. Don't force it. Remember, move in a pain-free way. Let's start to change it up, reaching the heart forward. And then come into cat pose, reaching the shoulder blades back behind you. So we're still reaching the heart forward and rounding into cat. We're just doing it a little differently. Inhaling, reaching forward. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Let's add to this. Let's bring it forward into cow. Now bring your rib cage around in a circle. Still have cat at the back. Still have cow at the front. Take it around in these circles, giving your spine even more love, but we're doing it still really, really mindfully, because again, the spine gets pretty stiff from lying horizontal all night. So make sure that this is pain-free for you. Let's reverse the direction. Take your rib cage around in a circle the other way, lifting the heart at the front, rounding at the back. Deep breathing, loosening up, getting ready for your day. I am ready for this day. 1 more breath like this, and let's exhale, just relax. Awesome job. Let's come to all fours. When we get there, let's place our hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Just 1 time in spinal balance, let's reach the right leg straight back, flex at the ankle, and reach the left arm forward. Let's have about 3 breaths here. We want to make sure that we're stabilizing the right shoulder. That's our weight-bearing shoulder here. We have to give it stability to keep it safe. So we're lifting up through that shoulder the whole time. On an exhale, come back to all fours. Let's do the other side. Reach your left leg straight back. Reach your right arm forward. Let's level the hips as best we can and reach straight back. So no need to reach way up in the air with that leg because that puts a little strain on the lumbar. Just go straight back with it and stabilize the weight-bearing shoulder. On an exhale, come to all fours. Find stability in both shoulders. On an inhale, lift your right arm, having a gentle twist, maybe looking up. Exhale back to all fours. Inhale, lift your left arm. Exhaling down. Let's go with this a few times, getting a gentle twist in the spine and a major focus of keeping that weight-bearing shoulder active. We're keeping the hips level, just letting this gentle twist develop. So again, we're talking about the spine once again. So you're making sure that it's pain-free to be moving in this way. Dial it back if you need to. Ease into these poses. Awesome. Let's do it one more time on each side. Moving with your breath, warming up the body, and then let's walk our hands out in front of us, coming into a kneeling plank, finding shoulder stability first, core stability too, and then maybe to full plank. It's up to you. Do whatever version you like better. We're pressing through the heels if we're in full plank, and we're breathing steady. On an exhale, let's lift the hips to downward dog. Bend the knees a lot because hamstrings are probably pretty stiff too. So bend those knees, aim your tailbone up. Press your heart toward your thighs. Pull your shoulder blades down the back, away from your ears and your neck. Let's have a few heel presses. Alternate bending one knee, pressing the other heel toward the mat, lengthening the leg. Breathing. On the next inhale, let's ripple into plank. So we sort of push up on the toes. We ripple forward, squeezing the core. On the next exhale, let's ripple back. Lift the hips first. It feels like a crunch. And then ripple back, press down through the heels. Let's do that 2 more times. Ripple forward, find stability at the shoulders. Ripple back, press through the heels. 1 more time. Ripple forward, find that strong plank. Ripple back to downward facing dog. Have 1 breath in downward dog, and then let's step to a forward fold. Bend the knees a lot. On an inhale, swan dive up. Exhale, rest, prayer pose. Coming back to that intention we set. I am ready for what this day brings me. Let's relax the arms. Step out wide in a wide-legged squat. Toes aimed out naturally. Let's zip up the core and pull the shoulders back. Let's have a breath in, and as we exhale, send the hips down and back, pushing those knees back by using your thigh muscles, your outer thigh muscles. Keep them safe. Inhale, let's rise. Let's come back to that action where we're pulling down at the shoulder blades, adding it to this squat. And we want this wide-legged squat to feel really nice on the hips. So moving with your breath, just a few more times. Your inhale matches your exhale, moving in a way that feels nice. Let's inhale, bring it up. As we exhale, rest in prayer pose. Let's turn the left toe to the short side of the mat, the right heel back. We're heading into warrior 2. Let's square the hips to the long side of the mat. Reach out. Exhale, bend your left knee, looking over your left hand. We're squeezing the glutes, the legs. We're pressing down into the mat, activating the feet, reaching through the arms, relaxing the face. Good. On an inhale, let's rise up, reach up, turn the toes the other way. Exhale to warrior 2, the opposite direction. So we're hugging this time the left hip back so that the hips remain as squared to the long side of your mat as possible. We're trying to aim this right knee directly forward, so squeeze those right outer thigh muscles. Look over your hand. I am ready for this day. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale up, exhale warrior 2, looking to the left. I am ready. We're looking past our hand, finding our drishti. That is the word we use in yoga for finding a focal point, something to gaze at. Relax the face, feel the pose. Inhale, reach up, turn your toes the other way. Exhale, warrior 2. I am ready. I am focused. I'm ready for what this day brings me. On the inhale, bring it up. Exhale, rest, and step your feet together. We'll turn to face the short side of the mat. On an inhale, rise up through the arms. Exhale, swan dive down, but stop when you're halfway down and reach your arms back behind you in airplane pose. So what we'd like to do is bend the knees a good bit so that we can aim the tailbone back. Lengthen your spine. Really draw the shoulder blades together. Pull them together. Reach through your fingertips. Feel those arms lengthening. Feel the triceps working. Let's have one more breath in. Exhale to forward fold. Relax. We'll flow with it a couple times, but we're going to choose monkey pose this time. On an inhale, bend the knees, lift the spine to a flat back. The arms can rest on the shins, the thighs. They can hang, whatever helps you. Pull those shoulder blades together. Exhale to forward fold. We want this to feel nice, flowing back and forth. Bend the knees, inhale, lift to that flat back again. Exhale to forward fold. You can lengthen your legs at forward fold. And then inhale, bend the knees, monkey pose, flatten the back. Exhale, release to forward fold. You can nod your head and neck, yes, letting your neck relax. And then maybe no. And then let's release the knees a little more and step the right leg all the way back to a lunge. Let's look forward, inhale. Exhale, lower that knee. On an inhale, rise up through the arms, stretching that right hip, aiming the tailbone down to make sure there's no strain in the lumbar. One more breath here, stretching the hip. Exhale, ease it down. Let's plant the right palm. Inhale, lift the left arm. Gentle twist. Again, making sure you feel ready for this twist. If you don't, stay down in your lunge. Totally fine. We want the twist to feel nice, not forced. Let's exhale, ease it down. We'll tuck that back foot, step to forward fold. Exhale. Now let's let the left leg step back. Look forward, lengthen the spine, and on an exhale, lower that left knee. Inhale, rise up, this time stretching that left hip. Aiming the tailbone down. We can even press forward just a little bit if we need to, but we just don't do that if it's going to sacrifice our lumbar. If our lumbar starts to feel strained, then we ease back. Let's exhale, sweep the arms down, plant the left palm, stabilize the left shoulder, sweep the right arm up. Again, paying attention, making sure you feel ready for this. One more breath in. Exhale, ease it down, and step all the way back to your child's pose. Let's have one breath here, just relaxing. And on the inhale, rising back up. Let's come to the knees. Or if it's comfortable for you, you can even rest in a seated pose. Aim the tailbone down. Good posture. Let's swim the arms back behind us, opening across the heart, maybe even interlacing the hands, stretching the front of the body, the chest and shoulders. No strain in the spine, no strain in the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Let's have one more breath here, stretching. Exhale, release the arms, give them a little wiggle. Let's come down to a seated place. Just seated on your hips, on the hip bones, knees bent, hands behind you, fingertips pointing to your body, shoulders are supported and active. On an inhale, let's just lift the heart, just a gentle heart opener. We can look up at the ceiling if we want, but we're giving the chin just a little tuck so that we're not overdoing it at the neck. We want it to feel supported. Then we're just lifting the heart. Very similar to seated cow. So just having one more little back extension. And then on an exhale, easing out. Good. So in your seated pose, you're on the sitting bones. Let's come into a straddle split, a seated straddle split. When we get here, let's inhale, rise through the spine. Exhale, hinge forward, stretching through inner thighs and hamstrings. Let's be mindful of our spine, that we're keeping it long and supported. We want to match our inhale to our exhale and relax the face. Having about 2 more breaths here. Gently stretching the legs, hinging from your hips if you want a little more. And on the next inhale, hinging up. Awesome job. Let's come to our easy cross-legged pose, whatever's comfortable for you. Shoulders back and down. And let's tuck the chin toward the sternum. We'll roll the right ear toward the right shoulder. And roll it back down. We'll roll it the opposite way. And ease it down to the chest. Let's do it one more time. Roll to one side. Ease it down. Inhale, roll to the opposite side. And exhale, ease it down to the chest. On an inhale, we'll bring the spine and the head and neck to neutral. Exhale, rest. Closing the eyes, resting your face. Noticing how you feel now that you've gotten some movement in the body and some deep breaths. As we bring our practice to a close today, maybe sweeping the arms all the way up, exhaling to a prayer pose, relaxing the face, closing the eyes, letting your breath return to normal. So taking that intention with you the rest of your day. I am ready. I am ready for what this day brings me. I trust that. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And the light and life in me honors the light and life in you. Namaste.